Hey, welcome back to Pewter Power. I'm Mike.
Back to normal.
He's Joe Bell.
Woo!
He's got his red shirt on, his Pewter Power shirt on.
Got that Detroit shirt off me.
I'm glad you feel better. All right.
Painful.
All right, now it was painful.
Now that game is over.
Yeah, but we got to talk about it.
The NFC South is 0-4, baby. We are still in the lead.
Yeah, I was going to run my things here. Everybody in the NFC South lost.
I love it.
New Orleans lost to Green Bay, 34-42.
Yep.
Atlanta gets blown away by Chicago, 30-12, and in Carolina, despite Cam Newton's 400 yards
plus passing,
lost to Arizona 28-21. So,
well, let's talk about this pathetic thing we call a first half of the football game.
The first half, it was. Honestly, if you watch it, I'm sure a lot of you fans did, was watch the game. The first half was just absolutely abysmal.
It was horrible.
It was horrible. I mean, it really
Tampa Bay had 4 yards. 4.
Well, you're talking offensively.
4 yards on the offense in the first quarter. 4.
Right.
4.
Now,
4.
Here's my feeling, okay? And we talked about this during the game, after the game, every day since the game. Is defensively, we both said we shut them down the first 2 drives. They only got 6 points. Yep. So we had a chance there, and then Sammy Strotter with the running back. We were actually in the lead
with
defensively.
The running back, and then we had 3 plays of -1 yard.
Yes.
And then he kicked a field goal.
So it's all back to the 1980s when we had no offense and a good defense. So that's what we cannot have. We couldn't have that, and we're coming back to that point. We don't like it.
And our defense isn't where it was, so they can't control the game, especially when they're on the field for 36 minutes and 25 seconds. I even wrote that down because we were only on the field 23 minutes.
Right.
You can't. In Florida, it was like 95 degrees out there in the middle of a stadium. You can't make your defense be on the field that long. You just can't.
Well, Josh Freeman, he was 28 of 43 for 259 yards and 1 TD. Now, he came on at the end of the game, but he really looked pale in comparison to Matthew Stafford.
Oh, yeah, nothing compared.
Stafford had 24 33. He was 305 yards and 3 TDs. But, Freeman picked it up at the end, but that was mostly in the second half. First half was just totally junk. But we do have also, I wanted to bring this up because we talked about it a little earlier, and what we're saying and what we are saying and what all the analysts are saying is the same thing Raheem Morris was saying in his press conference. So here's a little soundbite of what Raheem Morris said.
Stafford did a nice job of getting the ball to the correct receivers in the right time. He did a nice job of checks at the line of scrimmage. We did a nice job in early keeping him out of the end zone. That was kind of what you want to do with him in that kind of offense. You want to work on their patience, make them go all the way down, get 3, get the ball back, but we got to get off on our third down opportunities. We had a couple third and longs there we didn't get off and win on. And that's where we lost the game today in defense.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we've been saying. And Raheem, corroborated that in his post-game press conference. He also had a couple of things to say about the style of offense that Detroit has, which is like a dink and dunk thing. So here, listen
they did. Yeah,
we knew we wouldn't be able to get up these guys on first, second down. If you don't get the third down, these guys, you got no chance of getting after them because the ball comes out so quickly with their bubble screens, their quick sticks, and things of that nature. Quick design throws. We knew they would dink and dunk you a little bit. They're underneath passing team. Though, we said that early in the week. They did a nice job. We got to get ready to go for Minnesota. Get ready to play again.
Get ready to play again.
Yeah, but let's go through it.
There's a lot of things involved there.
Yeah.
Tampa gets an, Aqib Talib has an interception early in the game.
6 points.
6 points. It's 10-6. Game still pretty much
big time
moved in Tampa's direction, but we couldn't get any offense started. They just never moved the ball. You've got Detroit it's 3rd and 16 and they're getting 18 yards. I mean, it just aggravated me to death, and at that point it was just crazy. You
can almost see it, and your keys to the game last week. Okay, none of them happened. What were they?
Yeah, you go back to last week. Stop Calvin Johnson. Really, if I'd have known he had six receptions for 88 yards, and that's all I knew, I think they did a great job. But 2 of the 6 were touchdowns.
Exactly.
So 1 was a great touchdown that he just caught it. This is what it is. The other one, poor coverage. Shouldn't have happened.
Yep.
Open up the running game. No.
Yeah.
Can I say no?
Yep.
I mean, LeGarrette Blount had 15 yards. 15 yards the entire game.
LeGarrette Blount was not even on the field.
The first half.
Exactly.
And they had 56 total yards rushing. You can't win a game against a team that dink and dunks and holds the ball with 15 yards rushing in the first half. Right. You can't. You just can't do it. Field position, they held field position perfectly. Keenan did a great job, kickoffs and punts. But I'm telling you, Detroit's field position, their drives were 80, 75, 78, 76. Every one was over 70 yards, their drives. So, I mean, they put themselves in the right position for field position, but then couldn't find a way to capitalize defensively to keep them from scoring.
Right.
It
And
just couldn't happen.
Keenan was averaging 52.5 yards on 5 punts.
I wrote him down too. He was my MVP of the game.
MVP.
He was my MVP.
$19 million. Well
He
worth
deserved
it.
the money.
Exactly.
Sammy Straughter, who makes $500.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a high-paid player, but he's a great football player,
Yeah,
Sammy
he
Straughter.
is.
And he could.
Unfortunately.
He got hurt. He's only going to be out a couple weeks, though, I think.
It's
So
at 4 to
I think
6.
4 to 6 at the most. So that's okay. You
Yep.
know, I think that'll be all right.
You know, and then we talked about the offense could not do anything, and I don't think it was as much as the defensive line of the Detroit Lions. It was more about them shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, offensive coordinator Greg Olson, his quote is, "It wasn't what Detroit did to us; it's that we didn't execute." The 3 times they had tried to make 1 yard. You said that.
Yeah,
and you couldn't do it.
In the second half, they're on the 21 of Detroit with a chance to bring this game within 7.
Yep.
Second one, third and 1, fourth and 1. Didn't
Nothing.
make it 4 times. I mean, come on. You got. You just
That's-
and you know the
you knew
whole.
it right
and what's
there.
bad is Tampa almost won this game. As ugly as they played,
That's
Luke Stocker
Yeah.
catches that pass across the
We're
middle,
there.
the 30-yard touchdown pass
Right.
that hit him in the hands and he dropped it.
Yep.
It's a whole nother football game. It's a tied football game.
right.
And where does it go from there? We don't know.
Luke,
But
Luke Stalker, rookie tight end.
he's a rookie.
But
and
you
he
know
didn't
what? You
play.
still got to play. You got to make the catch.
And
Even Raheem Morris said
You
it.
got to make the play.
That's right.
You have to make the play.
You get paid for it. You get paid for that.
Yep.
That's what it
and,
is.
you know, it would have changed the game maybe, but we don't know. I mean, you don't know, but it would have been a tie game at that point. Still, Tampa couldn't stop anybody
No.
at that time.
That's the
So,
problem.
I mean,
the
that's
defense
where-
was still on. They were gassed. I mean, you could see the gas. They could not do anything off
There were
that,
only
so.
2 good plays in the whole game for Tampa, and one of them I almost got thrown out. Or I would have got thrown out if you hadn't stopped me. We're sitting there and we're watching the kick return. I'm going, he could go all the way. I'm real quiet. I'm going, he could go. And he
It
gets
kinda
up to about the
elevated
40.
every
He could go all the
time.
way. He could go all the way. He could go all the way. He could go all, and I started to move, and all of a sudden he's like, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot where I was.
I'm the calm one.
He's
there.
the calm one of the group. You know, and I've got Sean King behind me going, oh, hey, buddy, you're going to get us in trouble. All right, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about
Yes, Minnesota.
Minnesota Vikings
Yeah,
and
so what were you
Adrian,
gonna
the man Peterson.
He doesn't look like that much.
Donovan McNabb.
Woo!
Woo!
I
I'm so
like
glad it's
Donovan. I like
McNabb.
Donovan.
Yeah, we'll be back.
All right,
Don't
see
go
you.
away.
See you in a minute.